before I get into the main content of my speech, if you don't know me, my name is Anthony. I've known Micah for the last 15 years. We went to school together, 1st through 8th grade, and then in high school we were debate partners. And if you don't know much about parliamentary debate, you get 20 minutes to prepare your argument and your speech. So, keeping with tradition, that is what I decided to do for this speech. So I hope you all can bear with me. I'm actually kidding. Micah asked me a couple months ago, and he asked Jacob and I. I was a bit surprised, not offended of course, that he was going to have 2 best men. Though I thought to myself, better 2 best men than 2 brides. That's a place to start. You think that's funny, but after all these Mormon mission trips, I wasn't sure. But in all seriousness, how could there be anybody else but Margaret? The past few years, I've gotten to witness their many interactions together, and truly, no one has ever brought Micah the joy of being Margaret. And beyond that, considering how today's marriage marks a uniting of 2 amazing families, I most love how I've seen you become an integral part of the Kunkel family, Margaret. The genuine love I have seen you show towards all the Kunkels, especially, of course, your friendship with Ella, is something that all husbands can only dream of. Margaret, you're such a blessing. Micah, God has blessed you, and I know you're so. Micah, you've been a blessing since day 1. We sat next to each other in the back of Mrs. Garrett's classroom, who will always be our favorite teacher. We were decent friends for the first few months, but I think what really solidified our friendship was our fierce support for John McCain for president. And I don't think Mrs. Garrett's 1st grade classroom was ready for the robust defense we made for that November 2008 morning. Now, I don't know how we somehow made some of our Obama-supporting classmates cry, but I think Micah was just getting ready to fill up his leftist tears tumbler. A few years ago, I don't know. Now, it's been said many times, but I say tonight without irony, thanks, Obama. Thanks for giving me my best friend. Briefly, I want to affirm some of Micah's best qualities, which have made him a treasured friend, and I think will make him the best possible husband. First, Micah is loyal. Since knowing him twice, I've changed schools to places I knew absolutely no one. First going to high school, and then going to college in Illinois. In high school, I'm so glad I remained close to Micah through debate, getting to see him weekly, if not more often, going to Scarlet and wrecking people in tournaments, and going to Disneyland. In college, Micah helped my loneliness when I was far, far away, as we started then our weekly-ish live streams that kept our friendship rooted during our times away. Micah's ever-loyal companionship has made him a great friend, and will make him even better. Micah, secondly, is an advocate. He stands up for what's right and what he believes in. It doesn't take much coaxing for him to give a robust defense of anything he cares about. I was on spring break with some friends in Tennessee, and all it took was a quick text, and suddenly Micah is FaceTiming me to crush my friend's denial of Molinism. Don't get him started. Margaret, I hope you know that Michael will always defend you and defend you well. He's also very dedicated to his goals, if you didn't know that. When we were doing our 8th grade interviews, which now is so many years ago, we were all asked where we saw ourselves in 10 years. Most of us gave kind of standard answers like traveling or becoming a lawyer or something like that. But Micah said he wanted to be married. And I think that kind of stunned a good number of people in the audience. But look, goal achieved. Speaking from personal experience, Micah pushes those around him not only to think deeply about their faith, but to act on it. I mentioned earlier, but Micah has been on countless mission trips, engaging with people of other faiths or no faith at all, going beyond where many Christians are comfortable. And for me, I would not have been so exposed to apologetics and have a philosophical and evidential grounding for my faith, whether it be through bringing me to his dad's theology conferences or having late-night jacuzzi talks in my backyard. There's just about nothing for which I am working. Margaret, I'm excited to see how both of you continue to grow together in your faith and bring more and more people into the church. Now, there's so many more stories I could tell about cameras and other things that I would probably rather not talk about. But to close, I feel like it would be most proper to quote the guy we always ended our debates quoting in high school, with an exhortation to both of you as you embark upon marriage. Live simply, love generously, care deeply, speak kindly, leave the rest to God. Follow.